Pakistani man barely escapes lynching over Quran insult accusation. In a harrowing incident highlighting Pakistan's stringent blasphemy laws, Humayun Ullah narrowly escaped lynching after allegedly making derogatory marks about the Quran during a family argument in Khazana near Peshawar. Police officer Nasir Khan reported that an enraged mob of hundreds blocked and threatened to burn down the police station, demanding that Ullah be handed over to them. Under Pakistan's strict blasphemy laws, which can impose the death sentence for insulting Islam or religious texts, the suspect was arrested as a mob was trying to grab and lynch him in the street. The incident underscores the volatile nature of blasphemy accusations in Pakistan, where even unproven allegations can trigger mob reactions, despite authorities never having actually carried out a death sentence for blasphemy. Um, so this was another big incident that happened recently. Um, and what a lot of people don't understand is that in Pakistan, you are probably safer on death row after a blasphemy accusation than you are out in public. Because there have been instances where actually, you're not even safe in jail anymore because a few months ago we covered the incident where a police officer went and shot a man at point blank range, and he was like an old man too, over a blasphemy accusation, and he was celebrated and completely lionized within a moment. And that's like the worst form of custodial abuse like possible. Um, yeah, do you think almost no one was talking about this online? Weird. Yeah, for this
It's
specific
normal because
incident.
Pakistan.
Well, I know, but usually there's more information online about what happened. So, I don't know, people in our live chat from Pakistan, if maybe you have more information available to you, um, because there was very little available in English. I do have some footage that was attributed to this incident. Um, we can pull that up.
I could unmute it for you. Oh wait,
Yeah.
this was has no audio. I
Yeah, I
can't
don't know why
unmute,
this has no audio.
which is fine. We don't need audio.
Yeah, I
Do you
mean,
want
just
me to make the sounds that probably people are making? Allahu Akbar! Oh, Allahu Akbar! Wait, what are we looking at? What is this?
so
I don't
basically
even
there's a
know.
giant mob, I think, trying to attack the police station.
Oh, definitely
Where
Allahu Akbar in the background then.
where the
So
accused
these
was being held.
it's so crazy that the police are scared of the mob. Like the fact that it used to be that when somebody would get accused of blasphemy, they're like, "Oh my God, take me to prison before the mob gets to me." And now we have it's so normal then when they go to the police station, now the police is worried as well because it's not just the blasphemer that is in danger. Now the mob is going to burn down the police station and kill everyone inside. So the police, it's not like you cannot rely on the police for security. The
Mhm.
mob is so powerful that the police station is in danger because the mob wants the prisoner out. We had the news that the police handed over the blasphemer to the crowd. Didn't we have a news at one point that the police like fuck it, like here, like let
No,
us
so,
live.
I
Oh
mean, there was the incident that happened where the police officer ended up murdering the guy who was in custody himself. Then
yeah,
the same week, there was another incident where a guy got out essentially in a shootout with the police or something, or accused a shootout, but the details are like a little murky, for a black
right.
blasphemy accusation. What I think you're thinking of is that the incident that happened, I think in 2021, a few years ago, where there
Mhm.
was a guy who was accused of either like desecrating a Quran. I think it was actual desecration, but the man was mentally disabled. And the attacks on the police station where they were holding this mentally disabled man were so bad that the entire police force had to evacuate that precinct, and the man barely got away. Like, I can't remember the details of that, and we've covered so many of these, that they almost blur together, but I think what may have happened in that case was that they literally almost got their hands on that dude, and the police, like, barely were able to unhand him and, like, get him out of there because they wanted to
Right.
go lynch this mentally disabled man so badly.
I
They
mean,
we covered an incident within the past year where they were throwing grenades at the police station.
I mean, is this not a definition of a failed state where the police cannot provide security against the mob? I mean, that's a
For
failed state kind
themselves,
of scenario.
let alone the
Yeah,
accused.
right. Is that not a failed state? I don't know. Maybe I'm exaggerating. That sounds failed state tish a bit.
And no,
So
it's approaching that for sure. I mean,
yeah,
because depending on your philosophy, the function of the state should be to ensure justice and public safety, kind of as its primary functions, first order
by the
functions.
way, the fact that every time Pakistan arrests somebody from for blasphemy and they put them on death row, but not a single time has the state executed somebody for blasphemy. They just sit on death row forever. That's the reason why the mob goes after the police station to get the man, because the Muslim mob thinks that, oh, like, what the fuck, the state never executes these people, so we
Mhm.
need to basically do it ourselves, because why hasn't a single person been executed in Pakistan for black? Like, the mob
Exactly.
would say, how are we an Islamic state given
Mhm.
that we have never ever executed a single person for blasphemy? Is like, how do we call ourselves Islamic? Like, this is embarrassing. Right? We don't have anything. We don't have anything to show for it. So they're like, okay, let's do it ourselves. Unbelievable.
No, 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 but Armin, we need to unpack that a little bit because the answer to that situation is not, oh, the state should start executing people for blasphemy. The solution is that that provision needs to be taken off of the books because there's actually been an entire study done about how the presence of blasphemy laws in a country are actually a national security risk to the nation itself.
But
Because let me just finish my thought. Because
mm,
basically having those laws on the books legitimizes that that is an appropriate punishment for that offense. It legitimizes that level of punitive retribution. But then if the state is not willing to carry it out itself, then the populace is taught that this is a legitimate punishment for this offense, but the state isn't serving justice because it has defined this as a just punishment. So then we need to take it
mm.
upon ourselves to enact that justice.
but they wouldn't dare do that, because imagine if you already established that we have this law which is Islamic. Imagine the government that comes and says, like, yeah, we're removing that. That would be a signal to the mob, the Islamic mob, that we are going to just be less Islamic. I mean, that would be very dangerous. I think you're gonna
Oh, any
potentially
politician that
cause a
proposes that
revolution.
could easily get assassinated. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, nobody would
their
dare,
life is
or
at
no
risk. I'm not
politician.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm
any
not saying that
politician.
this is
a-
practical.
Yeah, any politician that would suggest that, like, that could be the end of them. I mean, right now, situation in
That
Pakistan
that's the
is really
that's the day
crazy.
that you should leave Pakistan and never come back.
Right, right. Um, wait, hold on. Um, right now in hold on. Right now, who's that? Right now in Pakistan, there are protests. Like, I don't know if we should cover that, because it's not. It's mostly political. There are so the two main ones that we focus on is the Islamists and the army, right? So the army is a huge force, the main force in Pakistan, which, even though they are religious, they are a lot more secular compared to the mob that we're thinking of, right? And so we have the army, we have these Islamists, different factions in Pakistan that are extremely radical, and basically they have it's becoming worse and worse. And then we have another religion called Imran Khanism, which is a very popular religion in Pakistan, which is separate from both of these. I mean, they're all Muslim, but it's very different. Like we have one group that is basically just aggressively Muslim, and anything that smells like blasphemy, they just want blood. Even a suggestion of blasphemy, they're just looking for blasphemy. Okay, so we have one force that is just actively looking for blasphemy, especially any blasphemy that has anything to do with Muhammad not being the last prophet. So they're just looking for that everywhere. So that's one force. Then we have another force, which is the army, which wants a kind of a weird relation, a love-hate relationship with the United States, and wants to maintain dominance, and is the most powerful element in Pakistan. And then we have another cult, which is neither the army, it's anti the army, and it's also not, purely Islamic. It's Imran Khanism, which is growing, and it's actually becoming a major force on its own. So it's kind of weird and complicated. And now they're basically trying to do a protest against the army, but the army is very, very powerful. So there's that. So Imran Khan is kind of like a prophet of himself right now.
Mm-hmm.
The people that are loyal to him in Pakistan, they're not like it's not about Islam anymore. It's about him. It's about that guy, which is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, he himself is responsible for like Islamizing the education system in
yeah.
Pakistan like considerably. Like that
So
that's
is the
not
army. Is
fully
the
it's
army
not
is
mutually
yeah the
exclusive.
army. It's not mutually exclusive. The army is at fault at that as well. Like these people were trying to have their cake and eat it too. Everybody flirted with increasing Islamism, and now it has become the Frankenstein monster. Like the army is like everybody regrets feeding Islamism. Everybody, like so many people try to flirt around with feeding Islamism, and they eventually regret it. All right. So you see, the Marxists said that, the woke did that, um then the Saudis did that, and even the Islamic Republic is now like, fuck, these Islamists are kind of crazy, they're coming for me. Like everybody's like, these people are crazy, right? And the army in Pakistan did that, Imran Khan did that, and now every time you feed the Islamists, they grow and they eventually come for whoever that was feeding them. So yeah, people regret that. Don't feed the Islamists, that they will come for you eventually. Yeah, but anyways, you're muted. You're muted. Your mic is not working. Every time you change your headphone, your computer switches everything, and then you have to do a restart. Let me see what the comments that D has highlighted. Oh, I want to see. Oh, there we go. Susie's back.
Hello.
Hello, we can hear you. No,
Okay, what I was
we
gonna
didn't.
say, you gotta treat it like fentanyl, okay? Islamism,
Yeah,
not even once.
not even once.
Not e
Every time you think, like, you know what, politically siding with the Islamists right now, just this one time, I need them this one time, and I'm
yeah.
going to use them a little bit, and then I'm going to stop using them.
Their
Politically,
rebellion
it's
might
just
help
going to
me a
be
little bit right now.
a
No,
little bit. Their
don't do
votes,
it,
their
it's
rebellion.
bad.
Yes, exactly. Either you're looking like, oh, there's so many votes there. Let me just appease a little bit. Ooh, they could do a rebellion for me. They're aggressive. I could scare my enemies with them just a little bit. As soon as you play that game, you're fucked. They eventually are gonna come for you because it's never enough for them. Yeah,
Yeah,
don't do
anything
it.
less than full submission is never enough. Um,
Never enough. Yes.
wait, I wanna find this video so badly. When you were talking about, Imran Khan, I was just thinking about when he got arrested.
Mm.
I have to show this because I think about this all the time. I'll make this really, really quick, I promise. The funniest thing to me, okay, people might remember this video, is when I forget exactly why this was happening or what was going down, but like some special troop or security forces were breaking into, I don't know, his party's headquarters or something. So you see the video and it's just absolute chaos. You see like SWAT guys coming and like bashing down windows, like trying to throw down the door. There's like all these men brawling, whatever, whatever. And then the cell phone video pans over, and it's just Imran Khan looking like
Do you have the video?
I'm
Do you
trying
have
to
the
find
video?
it. I'm trying to find
Oh,
it's one of the funniest things in the world. It's
he's
absolute
just
chaos,
chilling.
screaming and shouting, and they're like breaking glass like a few feet away. And he's just like, oh my God, guys, can we just get this over? Like, sunglasses on, completely unbothered.
Why is he wearing the
Oh my
sunglasses
God.
inside?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Wikar, as a
now I want to
Pakistani,
see it.
I made so many memes on this. Like, people can say what they want about him. This was hysterical and iconic.
Oh wow, there's actually
Like, I am trying to bring that level of unbothered energy into my life. I think the definition of unbothered, oh my God. It's so hard to find the video because a lot of it is like news coverage of the event and not the actual footage. Oh my God. So funny to me.
okay. Wait, we should read the comments, huh? Of the and the D highlighted. Wait, let me see.
Yes.
Let me bring this up.
Okay, scroll
Oh,
down.
she said there's not that many comments about it.
Yeah.
There we
Person was saying like, this happens again and again and again. This person responded, I suspect those idiots boast to each other when they lynch the accused. They likely share the tales and attempt to outdo each other in a quest to hunt down blasphemers. The more enthusiastic they are, the more they feel Allah will look kindly upon them. I
This is
agree.
actually so true. This is actually, let me tell you something this, okay? Whenever there are a lot of these people that this is their attitude, okay? When they see videos of other people, mob, like gathering around a blasphemer and kicking him and being like the killer, they are so upset that they were not there. They think that they missed out on a blessing. Do you know what I mean? That the people
Yeah.
who were there, they had the opportunity to take part in killing a blasphemer. They think that they were the luckiest people on the planet, right? And especially if you are, the reason why you see so many people hitting as aggressively as they possibly can, because they think that the people who were responsible for the killing blow, those are the most blessed one. So if you like
Wow.
hit the guy and injure the guy, you actually weren't responsible for his death. So when it gets close to the time that he's actually losing his life, if you were the one of the people that hit the killing hit, then you actually managed to be a killer of a blasphemer, and the rewards for that in the afterlife is unimaginable, right? And that's why a lot of these people have their ears like like they're like waiting, like I hope I am close to a place where
Mhm.
somebody gets accused of blasphemy and I'm there at that moment. And that's why
Yeah.
as soon as there's some accusation of blasphemy, like the thing that comes across these people's mind, like, oh my God, this is the day, this is my chance, and they rush towards the scene. So that's the mentality. Do you know who makes the most amazing, gorgeous, and other adjectives that I can't use here on YouTube, blasphemous art ever? We do! And for some reason, we are giving it away for free. Download them now using the link in the description before we change our mind.